my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie Tips and Tricks. As the weather warms up, along comes the humidity. We try to keep hydrated by drinking plenty of water, power on the AC, and stay in the shade. When it comes to powdered and granulated foods, unfortunately, they might clump up. Here are a few tricks to help prevent them from doing that. So my friends, let's get cooking.
This is what happens when moisture gets in. Forget the brand, it has nothing to do with it. Let me open up the lid. I don't know if you can see, but the contents are hard like a rock. There's nothing I can do with that. I won't try to process it in a spice grinder because I don't want to burn out the motor. So this is toast, good for the garbage. Same for the brown sugar. How many times we have a piece like this because the molasses lost moisture and the sugar crystallized? Well, here are a few options to prevent that. Let's start with my famous onion powder. I don't have that issue with garlic powder, but the onion one, I do. What I add to it is a few white beans, 6 to 8 should do. And I shake it a little so they're somewhat blended into the powder. Then I close the lid and that's it. This will help to prevent it from clumping up. Now, don't think you can leave it like this and it will be fine for 6 to 12 months. If that year the summer is quite humid, I suggest taking these beans out and replacing them with others. There's no specific time for how many months later. Just check it out, and if you see the powder starting to clump, switch them for fresh ones. They've done their job, now they need replacements. Let's move on to the salt. Most of us know about adding long grain rice to a salt shaker, and it's true, it does work. But there are more options besides that, like the white beans. And by the way, these little guys can be used for anything. Coffee beans are a good one. And no, it won't pick up the flavor from the coffee. Don't worry. Besides long grain white rice, there's also wild rice. And the bonus with it is you can see if it goes through the holes of the shaker. It happened to me to get some dry white rice in my food after using the shaker. A good thing to use that won't come out from the shaker is orzo pasta. See, look at the difference between these two. So the chance to get it in your food is pretty slim. Now, one that won't go through the holes at all is kidney beans. They're pretty big. I like to use them especially in my maple sugar. The white beans are a little too small and can definitely go through this container's holes. Unless I use a sieve each time, I might not see them. The kidney beans, on the other hand, are bigger, therefore I'll be able to see them. Same with my granulated bouillon. I use the kidney beans because I can see them better. There's no need to go through it like a needle in a haystack. Next, let's talk about the brown sugar. There are a few options when it comes to this ingredient. A slice of bread placed on top does the job. There's also a wet paper towel that has been wrung out until just moist and, like the bread, simply place it on top of the sugar. The one I prefer is the terracotta disc. They come in different shapes and patterns, like this one, a little bear, flowers, and so on. What I do is to soak it for a few hours, then dry it out with a dish or paper towel before burying it in the sugar. This will give the right moisture to prevent the crystallization. Other alternatives can be adding apple slices as well as marshmallow. So these are the options you can use for your powdered and granulated ingredients.
As you saw in this video, adding some simple ingredients will help to keep the moisture out of your condiments. I hope you enjoyed tips and tricks of the day, and for many more, including recipes, visit clubfoodie.com. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!